I tell you it was some good singers, including my sister, that are pretty much actors, okay? But still not the same as every detail and everything that happened. You care if I go to details? How did it actually go? This is how it went.
Hey guys! Hope y'all having a good day. Hope you're staying safe. Hope everything great is happening for you in life, and if it's not just yet, just hold on, because it's gonna get better, I promise you. For those who are new, I'm Charles Yvonne. For those who are not, you know who I am. I'm Charles Yvonne. And as you can judge and tell from the title, I tried out for American Idol once. I know. So let me just tell y'all my experience though. So for the first time, I can't remember what year this was, but it was not too long ago. And for the first time, they were coming to Shreveport, which is, you know, an hour and a half away from where I live. So I was like, yeah, what's up? Let's do this. You know, I was super excited. I remember I rehearsed. They said have 2 songs prepared. I think I had 3, just in case, because I wanted to like razzle dazzle. And so yeah, so I rehearsed. I really practiced those songs because I was really like, when my heart is invested in something. If you don't know me, you should know this by now. If you do know me, you should know this by now. And if you don't, I'm here to tell you, I go all in. When I'm fully invested, when I'm truly passionate about something, you do not have to worry about me slacking, because that's not happening over here. Okay. So yeah. Eventually I told my family, you know, when it was like closer to that time, well, my parents specifically. And so they had the bright idea, my mom really, to stay overnight before we had to be at the audition, which was going to be early in the morning. My plan was just to drive, you know, that quick hour and a half, but she wanted to stay over. And I'm not mad at it, honestly, because you don't want to have all, I don't know, you just don't want to be that rushy feeling going through your body, have that rushy feeling going through your body when you're doing it. So yeah, so we went, stayed overnight, learned that I wasn't the only person with that plan apparently. But yeah, so fast forward to the morning, we get there, and it's cool, you know. This was like literally this was in September, but it was early September, so fall hadn't hit. You know, my birthday is usually the day that fall hits, you know, September 22nd. And so, you know, and it was still a hot Louisiana summer. Ooh, and if you know about a hot Louisiana summer, they're not pleasant. They're very, I'm gonna just side note here, I can't stand humidity. I hate humidity. I hate it to the core. I'm already an oily individual. Then you add that with heat outside that makes me feel sweaty. It's a mess. I don't need it. So anyway, so we're out there, you know, and I made the silly mistake. And in my first mind, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna put because I had on these like platform heels, like these, platform, but it was what I was thinking of. But anyway, I had on these heels that, you know, to me in my mind, I was like, okay, well, they should still be able to hold me up and not be as bad as like a stiletto or a pump, because, you know, it was support. It was a heel that, like, hold on one second. This heel in particular, I know, right? Ooh, so cute. It's a Gianni beanie. It cost me a good amount of money, so yeah. But yeah, so I wore this heel. You know, you see how I could think like, oh yeah, this is, you know, it'll give me some support, whatever. So my first mind told me just wear your flats, wear your flip-flops, and then change into those as soon as you get in front of the people and you gotta perform. So that way, you know, you can still have your look going and be ready to go. I didn't listen to my first mind, so I ended up wearing those heels. And when I tell y'all, we stood out there. Like, it was cool at first, remember, but then as the day went on, the sun started coming out, so everybody's outside, it's hot. There had to be, if not right at 1,000, hundreds of people out there. It was a lot of people. And I'm standing out there, I kid you not, at one point I almost fell out. I'm not kidding. Between the heat, the constant standing, in these heels, y'all, I almost passed out. And I've never had a moment in my life where I almost passed out. Like I didn't even know what that felt like until that day. Oh my God. I think my mom held me up. She held me up. Woo, Lord, it was so much. It was so much. I ended up making a friend in the moment as well. I met some, let me tell you another thing. There's a lot of people who can sing. Like I remember thinking in that line, like there were so many people that could sing. Like everyone, including myself, could not just carry a note, like we could sing, you know? And so it just really opens your mind about what you see on TV, you know? And so, yeah, so, you know, we're in the line. My dad and my sisters, they were waiting outside the line. My mom stayed with me the whole time, so love her for that. Yeah, my dad ended up bringing an umbrella. He brought a couple of waters that were room temperature, because, you know, any singer knows that your voice, you don't need no ice cold water, even though that heat, you needed that ice cold water and that heat. But in order to properly sing well, so that way your voice isn't, you know, messed up or messed over, you need room temperature water. So my dad brought waters for me and the people around me, and it was an experience. It was. So here I am, right? I'm finally making it to the front. I done almost passed out. I'm in these heels. My feet are killing me, but I'm here. You know, I look good. Do I feel good? Not necessarily, but I'm here. I'm here to make a point. I'm here to do something. So I finally get up there. I give him my paperwork, because, you know, you have to fill out paperwork and all this when you sign up. It's a thing. So you do that, then, you know, you get put into a row of 5 or 4, and all of those people, like, so those, but the 4 or 5 rows is in like a group of maybe 4. So like you have a group of like 4 rows with 4 or 5 people in it or something like that. So I get up there, I, you know, go over there, and I see these other, coincidentally, I'm the last one in my row. So, you know, those last few moments before heading up there to sing. And I'm looking at this girl. I remember one girl in particular, and I just feel so bad for her. She went up and she cracked a note. And I just knew, and I felt everyone around me knew, like, she wasn't gonna make it. And and I felt bad. I just felt the anguish that I know she felt in that moment of knowing when your voice cracks and you're trying to prove yourself, and you're just like, God, I really feel bad for her. We knew it. She knew it. We knew it. And we were right. So, my turn comes up. You know, I'm putting my all into this. And as I'm singing, because you had a certain amount of, I think you had 60 seconds to sing a song. Yeah, you had 60 seconds to sing the song. And, you know, they could cut you off if they want to. They feel like, you know, I've heard enough. They can cut you off. And I've seen them do that. And, you know, so I'm just like, ah! So I'm getting up there and I'm singing, and, you know, my eyes are closed. I'm really feeling it. And in my mind, I noticed that, like, oh, okay, you know, he hasn't stopped me, so I'm gonna keep going. And he let me finish. He let me go the whole 9. And I was fortunate for that. And then he said, okay. You know, he shook his head. He has sunglasses on. And in my mind, I was like, I see you. I see why you're wearing those sunglasses. So we can't see how you really feel in your expressions. I feel you. I see you. So, or the sun could have, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so I went back to my row. And once everyone is done in your row, all of you have to go up at once, and then that's when they give you the pass, if one of you made it to the next level. And unfortunately, none of us in that group made it to the next level. Now, back in the day, you know, before maturity set in, I certainly would have been taking that as a huge blow to my confidence and my ability to sing, because, you know, it was a maturity thing back in the day, you know, like, you know, what, you know. And in that moment, I was so proud of myself, because I noticed and I realized that, you know what, I wasn't upset. I wasn't sad. If anything, I know how business works. And I know that just because they didn't pick you, that doesn't mean that you weren't good. That just means that you weren't what they were looking for. And I think that's something that all of us need to understand, no matter what it is, in whatever field you're in. If you don't get picked to go to the next level or to excel in whatever job you're doing, do know that does not mean that you're not good at it. That does not mean that you won't get it eventually. It just means that that wasn't for you in that moment. You know what I mean? So please don't tear yourself down. Don't beat yourself up. Know that timing is everything. There's a time and place for everything. And what's meant for you, yet again, is for you. And I just found that realization just so eye-opening to me from a directive standpoint that I've taken with me to this day and will always have with me, that just because someone doesn't pick you, that doesn't mean that you weren't good. It just means that you weren't the person that they were looking for. You don't know what's going on in those producers and executives' minds, and you have no way of knowing. Just do what you can in that moment that you're able to do it, and the cards will fall as they fall. So yeah, that's it. That was my American Idol experience. Yeah, hopefully you've taken something out of this story, especially the ending of it, and apply it to your life and recognize what you need to recognize. All right, I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you soon. Bye. Mwah.